welcome back to another edition of Te Akau TV. We're joined by Te Akau racing manager Reese Trumper. Reese, we've managed to get through Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and we've got another big week ahead. How have you been pulling up?
Hey, Hazy and viewers, it's been a very busy week for us, but we've been having very little sleep, but we keep kicking on.
And lots of winners out there over the last week. I guess you tipped the viewers out there certainly on Friday. And then on Trentham on Saturday, the Savabeel Colt When Stars Align came out and Julie obliged as well.
Certainly was great. She's a filly that Sam and Mark have had a lot of time for right from the beginning. She trialled up well as a 2-year-old. We gave her time to strengthen, and she's come back an even better 3-year-old. And When Stars Align, he's a lovely colt by Zoostar. We paid a bit for him, obviously, but he's going the right way and heads towards the Cracker Millions now, where he'll be a live chance.
And an amazing performance by the team on Boxing Day with the 5 winners at Pukekohe Park and 1 down the line there in the stakes race at Wingatui. I guess that was headlined by Campionessa's victory in the Group 1 Zabeel Classic, where she was really, really tough to the line, holding out the Chris Waller trained Gallop and no compromise.
She's come back this preparation in great order. Obviously, Hastings didn't go to plan. We gave her a bit of a freshen up, and her form since then has been impeccable. 2,000 metres was going to be ideal for her. To get that Group 1 was a great ride by Opie, and she's worth a lot of money now.
And Kai down south in the stakes race, really good to get that stakes win for the daughter of Ocean Park. She was really good, got through the wet ground pretty well.
Once the rain came, we were very confident. Obviously, her form is best on wet ground, and Kylie Williams rode her so well. Obviously, from the white barrier, it was going to be very hard, but she got her into a nice spot, good rhythm, and presented her down the outside, and it was great to pick up a black type win with her for sure.
And all eyes were on the 2-year-old race there at Pukekohe Park with Cool and Fast, and obviously the big investment that the boys get paid put on that colt, which is going to be an exciting watch come that 3rd or 4th week of January.
Exactly. We'd been working When Stars Align and Cool and Fast together, and we couldn't split the two. So when Stars Align won, we were very confident that this boy would. He did a lot wrong. He was still very green, but he's definitely going to learn a lot from that experience, and he's a live chance again in the Cracker Million.
And I understand we see him go straight into the race there on Cracker Million night.
100%.
Great to see Petrucci win there for Trelawney. She was very impressive coming from back in the field.
She's been a filly or mare now that we've always had time for. Obviously, her form tapered off a little bit after winning first up at Matamata, but we knew that we had the right horse and the right mind space. And Opie on her for the first time was a big help. He presented her, gave her a good run. She's got a lovely turn of foot.
And another horse that was tough there, Wild Knight, held off a Durzo late in the piece there to get back in the winner's circle.
He was great. Obviously, things went wrong after the back end of his 3-year-old season. We gave him plenty of time to get over all his niggles, and he's come back great. He's a much stronger and bigger horse now, and getting him out the 1,400 off a good trip, he was big effort.
And lastly there, to wrap up the card, Francie took the chocolates there for Hanui Stud.
Built up nicely for this race. We gave it 2 at 1,200, and the step up the 1,400 was ideal. Just hits a bit of a flat spot and looks like she's going nowhere, but once Opie got her in the open, she was always going to be hard to beat.
Now, plenty to look forward to over the coming week. We're going to have a quick look at the Taupo Saturday meeting there, where I think we've got 7 or 8 runners. And then again, similar numbers there in the New Year's Day race meeting there at Pukekohe Park. Of course, the 7 runners that day are largely featured in the Group 2 and Group 1 races. So we'll kick off there at Taupo on Saturday in race number 4, the Kasana NZ Charge of the Light Brigade, rating 75 benchmark. We've got 4 in the noms. And they are Fellini, Sophisticado, last start winner Stella Splendida, and Polly Plum.
Fellini, very disappointing first up at New Plymouth. He didn't really travel. He was a bit indifferent in his action. We've given him a bit of time to get over that since. He's trained on nicely. So we're expecting an improved performance for sure. The KG off of Palmer, it's going to be a massive help for him. Sophisticado, although he only ran 8th first up, Jonathan Parks was happy with his run. He had a good blow. He's an older horse now, so it takes a little while to get fit. He's probably still a bit fat in condition, but he's gone the right way since. Stella Splendida was good to see her back in winning form at New Plymouth. She's got a great record at Taupo and over 1,200 metres. And Opion's from a good barrier. She should be able to lead them up, get a pretty soft sectional, and she should be able to kick really nicely. Polly Plum, she was back into the Polly Plum form we know. She put in a very ordinary performance at Wanganui first up, but bounced back second up. From a nice barrier, she always lands herself on speed. And Vinnie Colgan's riding in good form. She's very well weighted in this field, but she definitely needs to keep on improving.
And the Harcourt's Taupo Cup over 2,000 metres open handicap. Mesbeen is in the nominations, as nominated earlier in the week. I think at New Plymouth or Rotorua. Has the services of Michael McNabb as well. We're going to see the daughter of Almans all line up there.
She's done well since her little break from Riccarton. Obviously, she was very unlucky not to win the Metropolitan. The 2,000 metres at this stage of her career or preparation will be ideal for her. She had a nice quiet trial at Matamata just to blow out the cobwebs. But there's definitely bigger targets in mind for her. So as long as she's hitting the line strongly, looking for more ground, we'll be happy.
And race 8 there, the Waikato Equine Veterinary Centre, rating 65, benchmark 2,000. Ferriado takes her place there for Pink Harristud.
She did her chips at the start in the barriers at Tauranga, missing the kick. Obviously, Opie didn't knock her around, so she didn't take much to recover from that. So up to 2,000 metres on her pedigree should be ideal for her. She's raced well at Taupo in the past, having placed there as a maidener, and Opie gets on with her well. From the outside barrier where she ends up, I'm not 100% sure, but she's certainly a nice mare for the future going over ground.
And over to the New Year's Day meeting there at Pukekohe Park on Monday or Tuesday. Day of the week are we talking here? All very confusing at the moment. Monday, I was right first up. So we kick off there in the 2-year-old race. Very exciting to see the I Am Invincible colt move to strike lineup at the races again in the Sky City Eclipse Stakes, the Group 2 feature event for the 2-year-olds over 1,200 metres. Some nice horses here, including the Karaka Million favourite and Velocious, alongside obviously Cool and Smart, and of course Bellatrix Star, who's had some really nice form through the season. Going to be interesting to get a line on where this colt where it sits in the pecking order and whether he is up to that Australian class.
He's impressed us since his win at Te Rapa. He's gone the right way since. He hasn't stopped eating. His work's been sensational. It's just a beautiful animal. He's got an easy way about going about life. The team's just absolutely thrilled for him. From the draw, he should end up in the 1-1. And he just took a couple of strides to get going at Te Rapa. So the 500 metres straight at Pukekohe will be ideal for him. He's got a big stride on him, and we're expecting him to go 2 from 2 for sure. Bellatrix Star, she was good at Pukekohe. She wasn't stopping or anything. Obviously, Velocious is a very good filly as well. So, but she jumps from a nice barrier. She puts herself there. Just whether she overdoes it going 1,200 for the first time, I'm not sure, but it's certainly going to be a good race for her to go towards the Cracker Million.
And race 5 there, the Group 2 Sir Patrick Hogan Stakes, 3-year-old fillies set weights over 50 metres. My Lips Are Sealed was really good last start, coming from well back in the field in the Eulogy. She finds herself drawn barrier at 5 here with Opie Boston on board.
The rain coming this back into this week, it will be ideal for her. She obviously loves a bit of cut in the ground. She's bred to get this trip now, and she raced like she wants it last start at Trentham. She's put in 2 great performances at black type level from the nice draw with Opie up. Should relax nicely, and expecting another top effort for her to get some more black type.
And the maiden Court of Appeal draws barrier 1 with the services of Australian-based jockey Jason Collett on board.
Although she's only a maiden, we did run 3rd in this race with a maiden last year called Sephira. I believe this filly's very talented once she gets to this trip. Obviously, she was good the other day at Matamata, running on so strongly. The blinkers go on to sharpen her up. From the draw, she gets a soft run from barrier 1. Jason Collett obviously needs no introduction. He's a high-class Group 1 jockey in New South Wales, so she ticks a lot of boxes too, and she's certainly not out of it, all being she's only a maiden.
And race 8 to the Group 1 Sistema Railway open set weight and penalty 1,200. Maven Bell probably took a few by surprise in the dominant fashion that she won her trial in the open trial last Friday there at Matamata. She looks like she's going really well going into this assignment.
She's absolutely flying. Opie came in and galloped her on Wednesday, and he wished he was riding her. That's how well she's going. Johnny and Babylon Berlin being in there, they're obviously going to go very hard. So from the draw, it's not a big deal. I believe they will be spread out. So she should get herself into a nice spot. Matt Cameron is obviously a class rider, and we're happy to have him on. He had a good feel of her at the trials at Matamata. So she ticks a lot of boxes, and the way she's going, it wouldn't surprise us if she's winning.
And race 9, the Group 2 Ritual Mile Open Handicap 1,600 metres. I believe this was taken out by Campionessa last year, or 2023. Two runners take their place here, Aria and Cognito.
Reese has been good. Obviously, the mile is a question mark, but Warren's very confident she'll get it. She sometimes can get up on the steel and over racing, but from the nice barrier with Matt on, she'll have plenty of cover. Obviously, the long straight, she warms up the last bit, will be ideal for her. It's a good opportunity for her to pick up a black type victory for sure.
Fantastic race. Oh, Dan Cognito.
Cognito's obviously racing in great form. He was hitting the line so strongly at Te Rapa last start. Obviously, he lacks gate speed, so the draw is no concern. He'll be back and running. Palmer's got a good record on him, having won two races on him, including one at Pukekohe a couple of starts ago. So he ticks a lot of boxes too, and being down on the minimum weight of 52, he certainly will be showing what he's worth.
Fantastic, Reece. Well, that wraps up the runners for the weekend. You've been in hot form through the holiday season. Can we go another one there over the next couple of days?
Move to Strike will be winning.
There you go. Move to Strike. The confidence in Reece's voice there for the I Am Invincible cult there on New Year's Day. So good luck out there to all the viewers, owners and connections, and we'll catch you again sometime soon, Reece.